Order filled. Order rejected. Order filled.
Okay, there we go. So, alright. Okay, there we go. So, whoa. Alright. Blow out. I literally didn't change anything. I don't know how it's possible that the audio wasn't working. Freaking annoying. Okay. There we go. Now it's set up properly. It's blowing out, so obviously, how do I change the volume? Okay, there we go. Let me see the actual volume on this. There we go. There we go. Sorry, we're doing some. I just heard that my audio was not picking up. Okay, there we go. So, whoa. Sorry, we're doing some. Just heard that my audio was not picking up. It's really annoying. We're not going to get an RDA check. That's the question. It's really annoying. Now we're at pivot 2. I'm holding out for that. So let's get out of this trade.
Order filled.
And let's focus on, that's where we want to enter. That's our entry. Nah. That's just a perfect kind of pullback. So it's been an awesome day to trade. Awesome day to trade. At the end of the stream, before we go, I will actually rate the day. And we'll go through and we'll say what were the highest probability trades. We'll do it on the 4-chart setup that you see here. Or the 4 charts, the 4 things that you see here. Any questions anybody has? Like I said, I plan to stream a couple times this week. Not at this machine here, but at the other one I got to set it up. I really need to probably rebuild or build a machine. All right, so we are continuing Let's see where we're at. Still waiting to get picked up there. It might just range out here. Maybe it's going to do a VWAP test here. We got the VWAP. We've got also the mix 200 down here. So let's not get too aggressive on our entries. That's where we want to be. It's messing around on chart 2 with the RDA. So it closes above 172, then we enter along. Short of closing above 172 on the NQ. A solid close, but you know, we do have the RSI. We have a triangle pattern formed right here. So I'm off to believe this last signal here, which if we want to get aggressive, the aggressive move would be to short this pop down to an overshoot of the RDA and then a move into the close. But it's so close to the daily open up here that that's what it's stretching for, so you don't really want to get on the wrong side of a impulse up to that next zone. So I had to cut the over the shoulder video short. Not short, but it's not as complete, but there'll be tons of gems in there for members, and then I'm going to cut it up for YouTube, and then we'll just do a shorter version on YouTube. I want to get that out by tomorrow. So, but it's in 4K. Just realized that, so I have to render it down in 4K, so it's going to take a little bit longer to render down. All right, so we could get aggressive here. All right, so that's Sierra chart. When you hear that, that's me trading Sierra chart.
Order filled.
So let's trade short here. Let's not get too super aggressive yet, but put in some protective stops. We do want to see probably where you see my entries is where I'm expecting maybe possibly to be a buyer, maybe closer to this zone here, maybe a tap of that level. So I saw an opportunity here to scalp that on the down slope. So that's what we're doing. Let's see if that holds up. It might just range out here given the time of the day. Got well, I'm in decent profit on Sierra chart there. Bam. Let's put some trailing stops up in here. We're only in 5 lots, so let's just do, well, let's see if we get picked up here. Let's give it an opportunity here to pick us up. So I will change that update. What that is that's basically it's my alert for when a trade gets filled on Sierra chart. That is the song from Scarface. You know, I heard many people don't like the soundtrack of Scarface, but I kind of like it. I watched it again yesterday. Out of all the movies that I have on my list that I'd like to watch and everything else, I then really said, you know, maybe I'll go to some kind of comfort movie. I was going to watch Black Sheep or Tommy Boy, but then I said, you know what, I kind of feel like watching Scarface. Looks like that's all we're going to get in that trade there. Let's not get too aggressive on our long side here. See what the market internals tell us. Market internals are below the 10-day rolling VWAP and below the VWAP itself. We do have a key level here on this. Ooh, look at that big sell-off here on the internals there. Ooh, that's maybe telling. So that's maybe something we should watch out for. Let's see where we're at here. All right. Well, think what we want to do is cancel everything that's on the board and then put in our trailing stops so that we're there. That way we're managing the position correctly. So that's what we'll do. Hey Jules, good to see you here. Good to see you, Jules. I'm sure there's a way I can at you there. Everybody else on the YouTube, good to see you guys. Like I said, I'll be streaming a couple times this week. That's the plan. Not from this machine. I'm going to have to set up the other machine. It's just too noisy in this location. So let's see here. Well, it hit the RDA. Did what we expect. This is the first reaction, so I think I'm going to tighten up all the stops. Put all my stops in profit. So we'll put all the stops in profit here. And then we'll either be taken out here on this reaction here, the RDA, and where we should have probably then went long, which we might still. So we do have an RDA tap there, chart 1, but I think this zone is being called for to be tapped. We look at the daily. Let's look at the NDX. Let's see what we're looking at on the NDX. Well, the hour is not looking that great. It did do a fast momentum check. For those that are new, one thing you'll want to do is you'll find a link down below to join Discord. You want to join Discord. It's how you get the most out of everything that we do here.
Stop filled.
So definitely join Discord. You'll see a link below on TradingView. You'll see on TradingView it says join my Discord. So join there. On YouTube and other stuff, just look in the description. So you'll definitely want to join Discord, ask questions about trading. Got a lot of exciting things coming up here in the leading up to Q1 of 2024. Working on everything daily here. All right. So we do look like there's probably going to be most likely this zone and this VWAP test. And then we'll see from there. See the reaction from there. Only up about, what are we up? On my small account, we're up about 200 for the day. So that's not bad. $205. I guess I can show you Sierra. There's Sierra chart. Oh, I hate moving monitors with this damn thing because it just makes it. Now I have to. Okay, it's just annoying. Anyways, this is Sierra chart. I'll be finalizing too. I'm looking to finalize our chart book to release here next week. So you'll be able to purchase the chart book for. Was this an NDX gap fill? I don't know. Let's look. I don't see any gap. Oh, this gap here? Yeah, possibly. That's probably what it was. You know, it's over now. So obviously you have this level at 4970. So if it really does sell off, that's where it's going. But that was already over earlier, and that was over previous days. So we do have a gap up here. Oh no, that's not. I mean, it's not a gap. So we don't have any gaps above. I don't see any gaps above. All the gaps have been filled. All the lower gaps have been filled. I don't see any gap here that hasn't been filled. Yeah, I don't see any gap here that hasn't been filled on the daily. If we look at the 60 on the NDX, you know, it's holding the RDA. So that's something you can say. Almost think that maybe, based on what I'm seeing here, we should believe this RDA check and maybe reverse. Maybe we want to reverse here. But we're about to hit the half hour, so we're going to go into, I think, yeah.
Stop filled. Order filled.
All right, I reversed. I think we're long. Based on a couple things. Number one, chart 4. Chart 4 is my control there, members. We are playing around with the RDA on so if you look here, the NQ's playing around with breaking the RDA. We got the daily open up here. that it's going for. I think the best trade on the table is to take a little bit of a risk on the long side. Let's actually do that on my small account too. Buy the market. I don't know why I chose that song for it. And then we're going to put in our trailing stop. And we'll see. So we're going to trade up. We're also in 3 accounts here on 3 lots here. I want to be a little bit larger there, so
Order filled.
get a little bit larger there. See if we get picked up on a pullback. Momentum was recaptured on chart 2. That's one of the reasons why I did that. Also, the momentum check on chart 4 held up.
Order filled.
But don't want to get too aggressive quite yet. All right, I don't like Sierra chart here. I don't like the way. I just can't, you know, I want to show the trade, but at the same time, I'll show it here and there, but I just don't like the way it paints on this monitor because this monitor is at a higher resolution.
Order filled.
I'm working on building the muscle memory for Sierra chart so I don't make dumb mistakes when I start trading at size. So that's one of the reasons why I'm trading a small account as well as doing the other things that I'm doing with it.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, there we are. Let's not get too aggressive. Okay, let's go back to the 5 here. So the RDA check. Once again, we're not arguing with the chart. How many times do I say this? I say it often. Don't argue with the chart. The longer that you argue with the chart, the more that the trade that you're in, if you're in a... One of the things I did share this weekend or today is I was going to do a video on this, but it doesn't really require a video. So if you go to the site and you go to the blog, we had an alpha ask a question. So I'm going to show this here, which is a common occurrence. I was in a 3 to 4 month period where this happened where, here we go. Giving all profits back in 1 day. So basically this alpha within a span of from 29 of June to the 5th was able to grow from 2K to 7,300. And then within 1 day, they gave it all back. So this was my advice on how to solve that. Number one, risk management was the biggest thing. I've been there before, but I could just as easily do a video here. But the thing is, I don't need to do that.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
All right, so now it's all about the RDA check. That's what we're watching for. Ideally, you want to see it recapture momentum and take out this level. That's what we're to stay in this trade. I might get out of this trade if it actually hits there, because chart 2 is showing some weakness. So we'll see though. I will put in some trailing stops here. We're only in 13, so we'll do 2s. So we'll do 6. Put in some trailing stops so I don't have to actually manage the trade beyond this. 10. And then 12. Okay. I don't know what my echo would be, because I don't know. Now it's just into the close. Will momentum hold? We'll take out the RDA on chart 3. Will momentum hold on chart 2? Will it switch over? Is it going to range here for about 10 minutes before it makes the move? Got to give it enough room for volatility. That's really the key. We'll see. I know you said there's an audio or there's an echo. I don't know what to do about that because I can't. I'll have to make sure audio works. Audio's good. I tested it before, but I was also using a headset. To play Bybit. Is it Bybit? Is that the name of that game? Bybit? I think it's Bybit. I don't know. I needed a break yesterday, so yeah. No, it's not Bybit. What is the name of that game? The game that's, everybody's, or all the FPS guys are excited about. BattleBit. Duh. BattleBit. That's what it's called. Let's see here. Well, so far we're on the right side of that trade. Might get knocked out here just based on this pullback here. Pulling back to momentum, chart 2. If it breaks this level, then it's probably going to take out the daily open. So that's what we're targeting. Might not get there. Might be too ambitious for I don't know. It's britches. I don't know where that term came from. Yeah, I don't have the stream running in 2 devices. Or, oh, you mean someone? Yeah, so. Now it's just a matter of, do you want to get aggressive on the buy side if you're not in the trade? Am I going to get knocked out of these trailing stops? That's the question. I've got to give it some room. It might sell off here too. So once again, make sure you're not arguing with the chart if you're in this type of trade. I said that a lot in the over-the-shoulder trading today. So I basically recorded, I started and recorded various sessions or various times I was trading today. I'll share that on YouTube as well as the full version for members. Right now, chart 2 is telling you that there's some strength there, but it might just range out here. We're 20 minutes into the close, so you should be tightening up your stops. Be prepared for some volatility here. So prepared for some vol. I don't like my entry. If we get above this level here at 177, then I'll like it a lot better. But right now, don't like the entry because it could just vol out here. Yeah, that's what it's gonna do, little bastard. Literally gonna do that. It's just gonna play around with these levels here until it decides to either move up or roll over. It's literally what it's gonna do. The vol is small though. I mean, the movement is small. It's not large movements. So, you know.
Order filled.
Another RDA check. There we go. Another RDA check. Bam. Maybe it's going to roll over. Maybe I'm going to have to take a loss on this trade. We'll see. We will see. We're trading deep into the close, so. Don't like what it's doing right now. Might have to take a loss on this trade. We'll see. Give it a little bit of opportunity to bounce off the RDA. Hit those lows. If you really want to narrate what you think's happening, maybe hit those stops. And then basically you're looking for them buyers to add to those stops. But there's not strength on the long side here. We'll go breakout. We'll look at that here in a few minutes. So I'll look at all the charts here. We'll look at all 4 charts and then we'll grade the system. Okay, why did it move over here? All right, we're hitting the last 18 minutes of the market. So do expect some vol to hit here in the next 2 to 3 minutes, if not sooner or later. Probably closer to 2 to 7 minutes. There we go. Take out that level. If it takes out 175, then it's going up to 185. If it takes out 185, it's going to 192. Or it could just range out here. Could just decide that, hey, you know what? I've done my job for the day. I don't want to do any more. I'm done. Screw you guys. I'm going home. That is a Cartman reference. I'm giving it plenty of opportunity here to move in the direction. But my entry wasn't the best. Might have to take a loss on this trade. We won't know until another probably 2 minutes. I want this 5 minute to close. It's 5 minute to close and see what the follow through is. 1 minute away from that 5 minute close. Need to see that 5 minute close, see what happens, and see what the reaction might be. Fuck you. Okay, I keep saying I need to change that, but I need to change that. All right, sitting in the RDA. We're about to have the close on the 5 minute, and then you want to see a follow through right away. I might have to take a loss in this trade, though.
Order filled. Order filled.
At the extreme band, let's see what happens here. Maybe I'm seeing a trade that doesn't exist. It's one thing to keep in mind. So I don't want to I want to stay out of tunnel vision. All right. We're in 18. Let's divvy that up by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, and then we have deuce. We'll do 1 so it can announce us early. We get taken out at a loss, so I don't have to watch that chart. All right, this is where we want to see the reaction. Otherwise, we did a bad trade for the end of the session here. Needs to recapture momentum on chart 2. The longer it doesn't, the more I should just get out of this trade. Yeah. All right, 5 minute has an opportunity to react here. Hold momentum and hold bias for the day, as well as end a decent close. Let's see if that happens. Does not appear to be happening. Buyers are not stepping up at any, there it is. Okay. All right, now we want to see that move continue. That little minor move we want to see continue. There we go. Some volatility hit. That's what we want to see. All right, now I need to take out the RDA in chart 2. Chart 2 is what you should be watching if you're in this trade like this, where you're aggressively on the long side. I'm going to get knocked out of that trailing stop. That'll give me early warning that, hey, some volatility hit. It's being stubborn. So chart 4 is in a momentum and bias short environment. So it might continue that. Just need one impulse up above it. That will then give the signal to the algorithm to continue up. Or we take a loss for this trade. Bad trade for the end of the day. Probably end the day right around, what, 33,000 or so maybe? I don't know. We'll see. There we go. Come on, man. Push up. You can do it. You got the strength. Nope. Reacting at every reaction zone. Fast momentum, slow momentum. Might just range out here on chart 2, so we might just have to get out just at a minimal loss here. But I'll give it a few. Well, we're into the last 10 minutes of the market. Aggressive trade here. Let's move up our stops. because it might just whipsaw out, and then I want to be out of it. There we go. Some kind of vol to the upside. Terrible entry on my part, though. Guess I couldn't have got much better than that. Oh no, I could have got much better than that by waiting for the RDA check. That's what I should have waited for. Should have been patient and waited for the RDA check. At this point, it's just, I don't need to, I mean, like I said, yeah.
Stop field. Stop
There we
field.
go. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Yeah, knocked me out. I had my stops too close, like an idiot. But we're in profit on the remaining 4. And we'll go 4 more.
Order filled.
And what we'll do is we'll then put in trailing stops. So it's going to go up now. Damn it. Put my stops too close, man. Why I do that? All right, now all it has to do is beat the RDA on chart 2. There it is. Little bastard. Took me out. Then it decided to make the move. That was my own fault for putting my stops too close. That was my own fault, man. What the? Oh, that was a stupid mistake on my part. Oh, I traded the wrong side like an idiot. That's why I need the muscle memory on the behalf of Sierra chart. Oh man. I was like, I went long, but I didn't go long. That was dumb. That's why I need the muscle memory there. All right, we're up 1,500 or so. We'll see if it rips up. There we go. Put my stops way too close on that. Should have gave it enough opportunity to vol out, or to do that vol move, or put an entry there on that expectation. Maybe that's all we're going to get. Usually you'd see a higher rip up, but maybe that's all we're going to get for the day. Maybe he wants to stop in this range. At this point now, it's just waiting to see what happens. There we go. Now we expect to see maybe a rip up. Hit the level. Beats 175, it's going to 185. Beats 185, it's going to 192. Beats 192, then most likely it's probably going to 210. In profit on everything. On trailing stops and everything. Impulse up for 175. Deep in the close here. There we go. All it needs is one more push up. Break these highs, and then it's going to go probably test this level at 189.50. There we go. I'm still pissed that I put my stops too close. That was my own dumb fault. That's my own stupid fault for putting my stops too close. Come on. One more impulse up. We've got this 5 minute closes. This 5 minute will close good. Then there'll probably be follow through most likely. Good follow through. There we go. See that move? Not right. You know, if you were watching chart 2, you saw it. Now it's just a matter of can it continue up with its upward momentum without knocking you out vol wise on your stops. Meaning, is it going to whipsaw and take you out? That's the only problem on something like that. But all my stops are in trailing. Now the 5 minute close happened. Now it's just a matter of, okay, can it take out that high it just made at 184 spot 50? If it can take out that, then it's probably going to go above it. It's playing around with this 175. Holds that level, it's going to go, like I said, 185. Trading level to level, trading system. Once again, if you're new here, you want to follow Discord, join below. You'll see a link that says join Discord, and both the description are below on TradingView. It's going to range out here, isn't it? Maybe not. I don't know. At this point, it's just be patient. You're in the position. You have your trailing stops. I probably could even out these stops a little bit so that I don't get knocked out. You know, put this one down here so I can participate for a little bit more of a run. Put this one up here so I can maximize profit. And put this one right here. There we go. All right, now we want to see it take out the daily open. Can it reach? Can it get there? Can we stay in the vol as it gets there? That's the question. Reach for the daily open right around 199 or so, 198 spot 50. Can it do it? A lot easier to manage a trade when you're in profit, obviously, than all your stops or all your trail stops are in profit.
Stop filled.
Got stopped out. Minor pullback there to momentum and bias on chart 2. Deep into the close, 3 minutes into the close, you might see some volatility here. So if your stops are close, you're probably going to get knocked out. But ideally, you want to see at least it take out that level at 182. Takes out that level at 182, it'll probably continue up. Pretty decent close given the day. Great day to trade. Was an awesome day to trade. I did get a little too aggressive in some areas that hurt me. But that is what it is. All right, 2 minutes into the close. Will we get one more impulse up? That 5 minute is looking pretty weak right now. But can it get above this high, then get above its own high? If it does, then it'll probably continue up. Or it might just range out here. Maybe this is where it wants to range out. But it really feels like it wants a stretch for the day open. But nope. 2 minutes, don't think it's going to get there. So once we get that, we'll go and we'll look at the 4 charts and we'll grade the system. See how the system held up. See the highest probability trades on these 4 charts. Okay. There we go. Look at that. We're along for the ride, man. All right. Oh, one more minute. Can it reach for the daily open on that one more minute? Can it do it? It's going to try. It's going to give it a fighting effort. Look at that move. Man, oh man, oh man. There it goes. Ah, we have the close. Took out that level on the close. Well, will there be follow through? Let's see. Give it a little bit. Give it 6 minutes here. Then I'll get out, go flat. Or maybe I stay in. I don't know. No, I don't think it's going to continue up. It might. We'll just wait. I don't know if I'm going to trade the overnight also. I'm going to take some. Took some on my small account in Sierra. Oh, look at that. It's going to reach for it after the close. It's going to go for it after the close. Not bad. It wants to tag it. An overshoot of that would be a sell if there was a little bit more time, but that's getting too aggressive. Not bad, though. Another 4,000 here added to the P&L or so. Not a bad amount to add to the P&L. Look at that. It tagged it. Rex Dog system, the RDTS. Look, if you want to trade the exact system that I trade, it's $9.97 one-time fee. Price will be going up here shortly. We'll be as we're completing things we want to complete, we'll be increasing the price to 5K here shortly. So if you wanted to become an alpha and you want to get in at a one-time fee, that's an awesome fee. I would highly suggest that you do it here. Crypto is pumping. Let's look at all that. So, all right, let's look at the charts. So I'm going to just get out of this, sell 2,
Order filled.
and then we'll just trail 2 more. See if we can stay in that trade. Let's one thing I want to do here is, before we jump over to the charts, and then I'm going to call it relatively quick after we go through the charts real quick, is I will look at something here. We'll look at gold, we'll look at crude oil, we'll look at and bond futures. We'll look at all that here. It's going to tag 209 finally. Man, I've been waiting for 209 all day. I've been calling it in Discord, and now it's going to finally tag 209. That is insane. Well, it's not really insane, but I mean, I expect more from you there, man. All right. Guess I should have stuck with that trade. Just put my trailing stops in and not took profit. So 4 more minutes, we'll be going flat. Let's look at the chart here. So I'm going to grade the chart, and this is using, so how we grade, this isn't how I traded the system. This is how well the system held up. And then what we do is then we go to the 4 chart setup, and we confirm that these areas of the chart were high probability areas to trade that fit the rules of the Rexdog system. So you're going to see me do that live. I'm going to do this on all 5 charts here, or all 4 charts, sorry. And then what we would typically do is we would then go to the 4 chart setup, and we would confirm these areas on the 4 chart setup that they are high probability areas to trade, meaning were they good momentum trades? Did they give you confirmation? Did they fit a pattern, especially a pattern that's within our pattern library? And was it the run-of-the-mill trades that the system provides each and every day? So that's what we'll do here today. So, or here in a second. So I'm going to get out. I'm going to go flat, I think. I'm going to tighten up my stop on Sierra chart. And then I guess I'll just let this range out. Okay, so let's make this chart larger. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do was make this chart larger. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So, question is, do I want to hold? I mean, why would I want to hold this? Geez, I can't believe that it's still running. I can't believe that this trade is still running in this. All right. All right, we got knocked out. And I'm going to exit here.
Order filled.
All right, sweet. Okay, so let's look at this here. And then let's look and say, where did the day start? The day started right here, you can tell. So the first trade that exists is that there's a big mess here in the middle of the open. I can guarantee almost on the 4-chart setup that this was a high probability trade. This was probably a fade right here, right in this zone here. Didn't have much room. Then this is a trade here. And then in this whole mess, I was trading this pretty successfully. You have a bunch of momentum trades right in here where you're basically just trading momentum and you're getting out quick. This was probably a hard place to trade, but right in this zone here, I can guarantee the 4-chart setup provided you with an opportunity. And then here, the 4-chart setup provided you with an opportunity right in here. And then right here, your other trade that is high probability is right here. And then the trades that we did right here is high probability. That's your other high probability. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades on the NQ. And then here on crude, we look at crude, and crude started here. I'd say there's one high probability trade in this zone here, one high probability trade in this zone here, which is a fade. Okay, I don't know why. Oh, changing my marker, which is a fade. This probably would have been hard to trade. There's probably a trade in here, and then there's a trade in here, this zone here. Then when you get here, there's a trade in here, which is a momentum trade. And there's this whole zone probably isn't a trade, but you do have trades in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high probability trades within CL. We look at gold. What do we have in gold? Gold, ooh, similar type of trade. Well, it was obvious that there's a trade here in this zone here. Probably had a fade trade right in here. And then this whole area, not really great trading, but then here you would have got some kind of semblance that the direction was long. And I'd say you didn't have much trading in this range unless you were range trading. So there's only 3 really high probability trades on gold. There's probably another one right here, actually. So there's 4 high probability trades on gold. ZB. ZB, same type of thing. You have trade here early. Then you have a fade trade here that turns into a momentum trade. And then you have a series of momentum trades here. You have a momentum check here. And then you possibly have a fade trade here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 trades. Let's look at crypto. Well, crypto the day did hold the momentum. So that's a good sign. If we look at the 4-day I'm just looking at Bitcoin. 4-day obviously has a level right here, right around 182. So the level to watch on the upside is 182. And then the level to watch on the downside is right here. Those are your two levels. That's all you need to matter. That's all that matters in crypto right now, these two levels. Those are the only two levels that matter in crypto right now. Or in Bitcoin, I should say. All right, I got to go. Got to make a few phone calls. Got to talk to a few people. Number one, you should join Discord down below. You'll see a link down below. Think I'll share my P&L here in Discord here. This sub account that I'm trading in here, this wasn't the sub account that I was trading in the morning. So let me just do that right now. Let me figure that out. Before we go, I just want to share what was the P&L that I had trading. Just what I streamed. That's what I like to do from time to time. You know, that it took a while for that trade to unfold, that actual one that was at the end there. 5,900. That's the P&L. So the P&L for just that section was 5,900. So that's the P&L on that sub account. Sweet. Well, I look forward to streaming later this week. I'll talk to everybody here soon. Once again, you want to follow Discord. Have any questions, ask in Discord. We're there pretty much every single day. Look forward to seeing everybody here as we move forward. Oh, wait, I should go out like I normally go out.